Hello everyone, Firemac here, and if I sound tired, because it's true, I am hella tired, but I realized that I need to record tonight, because otherwise I won't have an upload for tomorrow. Yes, I just revealed my recording time, kinda. But yeah, if I sound tired, it's because it's true, and that might give way to some interesting reactions from me, because when I'm tired, I get a little loopy. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Just giving you guys a heads up. Anyway, let's dive right back in. I kind of forgot what happened. Yeah, the whole D&D thing happened. And I'm supposed to keep it from everybody, I guess. Ready? Here we go. By the time I got home, it had been a full hour. I crept into the room, hoping beyond hope Mai had gotten to sleep by now. Let me just double check I'm recording. Yes, recording, and definitely recording there too, y'all.
Oh, no.
But of course not. Thank goodness you're back! Mai swept me up in a swift hug. When she finally released me, I closed the door and smiled. Sorry about that. I had some trouble on the way there. I was a terrible liar, so I tried to stick as close to the truth as possible. Mai's eyes flashed. Trouble? Look at you! You're a complete mess! I looked down. Grass and dirt stained my skirt. I wouldn't be surprised if it was on my blazer and my hair too. Crap.
What the hell?
Who hurt you? No! It was nothing like that. I just ran to someone and we stopped to talk for a bit. Did you literally run into them? Otherwise... There was no way I was going to be able to worm my way out of this. But I couldn't tell Mai what I saw. My mind raced. I couldn't think of someone I could have seen that wouldn't blow up in my face down the line. Wait, did I come out right? Let me try that again. My mind raced. I couldn't think of someone I could have seen that wouldn't blow up in my face down the line. That wouldn't blow up in my face down the line. I couldn't think of someone I could have seen that wouldn't blow up in my face. Okay. Took a little bit of reading, but I got it. It's kind of weird how it was worded. I couldn't say I'd seen one of the normal boots guys because Maya would probably mention it to them. And I couldn't reveal anyone in the D&D group. Jared. Jared? She turned away from me, climbed to the top of her bed, and grabbed a stuffed bear. Tell me, were you guys on a date? Was he trying to seduce you? Don't tell me you guys... No! Good heavens, no! I couldn't tell Mai. Could I? She seemed trustworthy after all. I couldn't imagine she'd tell anyone, but that didn't mean she wouldn't. Jared's playing D&D didn't seem that big of a deal to me, but he obviously thought it was. Chicks before dicks, Hannah. It's a good word, you know, hoes before bro. Wait, no, bros before. I messed that up. Bros before hoes, so chicks before dicks. You know, same mentality. Crap. Where did my loyalty lie? Do I tell Mai the truth? Do I tell Mai about the promise? Wait. If I tell Mai the promise, wouldn't that also be telling the truth? I'm not sure how that one option is different from just telling the truth. But I do like the idea of telling her about the promise, because then she'll understand that I can't. Oh, wait. Okay, I get it. Maybe it wants me to, by telling the promise, it'll be the promise like, I can't tell you because this person's really embarrassed by it. I can't tell you, can you please understand? One of those kind of things. That seems like a safe route. I mean, it might make Mai hate me, but it shouldn't. I mean, if she's an understanding friend, she could understand. And I could tell Mai the truth, but then I'd be breaking the thing with Jerry, and then that would be bad. So I like the middle option. Middle option seems very appealing to me right now. And of course, I'm not going to lie. So that's not right. So I'm going to go with the middle one. If I mess up, I mess up. I'll know where to come back to. Well, not lying. This. Do you side with your possibly boyfriend Jared, or do you side with your super best new best friend Mai? I'm going to side with them both. I mean, that's why I like the middle option. Mai was my best friend. She deserved the truth. But Jared was my boyfriend, and I made a promise to him. Shouldn't I keep it? As I looked at Mai on her bed, eyes shining, I couldn't leave her hanging. I can't tell you. Her face fell. I really wish I could, but I promised Jared I wouldn't. There's something he doesn't want anyone to find out. I was even supposed to figure it out, but it was an accident, so... Mai held up her hand.
Really?
Stop talking. You're only making me more curious. She gazed at the ceiling. I guess it's okay that you can't tell me. At least I know you're trustworthy, right? She gave a half-hearted chuckle, but I could tell it was bothering her. This is why I hate promises. I don't see why things have to be secret, and sometimes it's important to tell other people. Hana, stop talking. I'm gonna go to bed and try to stop thinking about this. Promise me one thing, though. Not another promise! Promise me Jared's okay, and if he's ever not okay, that you'll tell me what's going on. Promise me. Of course! He's completely fine. It's not that big a deal. It's rather... Her eyes narrowed. I swallowed. I promise. Thank you. Well, I'm going to sleep. Me too. Good night.
Night.
Feeling terrible, I changed into my pajamas. Did I make the right decision? Mai was my friend. My best friend. She deserved the truth and honesty from me at all times. I made a promise to someone I cared about. My boyfriend. Do boyfriends deserve more loyalty than friends? Mai was there before, and to be realistic, it was likely she'd be there after, if there was an after. An uneasy feeling sat in my stomach, but as I drifted to sleep, I began to wonder whether there was even a right answer to be had. See, the wording of this phrase makes me think the game is just subtly telling me that I fucked up. Did I mess up, guys? No, don't tell me. I found out the hard way. After that night, things seemed to improve with Jared. It was as if my discovery of his secret love for D&D cemented some kind of decision or inner turmoil of his. He relaxed around me, and his odd, stilted speech almost disappeared. Don't worry, ladies. There's hope for each and every one of you to find your truest loves. They can't all be me. Oh, Jared! Mostly. He still spoke that way around other people, and especially around other girls, but at least around me he spoke like a normal person. Part of me wanted to ask him why, but after that night I decided it was much better not to ask questions. Also, like, even asking the question would be majorly distressing to him. To be honest, he was confusing. I didn't know who he really was, but he still treated me well, and I liked hanging around him. I progressed past the point of a crush and could now talk with him as if he were a normal person. That's how I ended up here in the first place, having an amiable midday picnic with several girls from my class. Apparently it was best to share him. That feels awkward. Jared, what is your favorite? Kakusu stopped mid-sentence and emitted an odd beeping noise. Beep! TV series. When are we ever going to explore this whole Kakusu is clearly a robot thing? One of the routes has got to, right? Kakusu, I told you, you have to stop making that noise. I formally apologize. My favorite TV show? That would have to be Flame of Bones, of course. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be a reference of. If you know the reference, tell me, because I'm not getting it. Ah, good choice, good choice. Indeed, what a classic piece of the contemporary visual and literary mediums. Hana, what is your favorite TV series? I don't know why I changed Kakusu's voice, but I'm having a fun time with that. What was my favorite series? When I thought of it, only one series came to mind. Something from a long time ago, back when I was still young. I would go over to my best friend's house and we watch an anime about an average high school girl who could transform and save the world. Sailor Moon. We would play around and pretend to be the characters from the show on the playground. I, the heroine, and he, the mysterious masked savior. The other kids will always tease us because, oh, they're talking about PBG. PBG was Tuxedo Mask? Oh my god. This just makes the PBG's freaking route seem more, like, legit. While we were watching anime after that, I kept my favorite show to myself. I almost forgot about it. Surely now that we were much older, it wouldn't be a problem. I was going to lie in any case.
Yeah.
My favorite show is Sailor Sun. Not Sailor, Sailor Sun. See, I was about to go off on a tangent here because I was big on Sailor Moon, guys. Like, Sailor Moon, well, I still like Sailor Moon a lot. But Sailor Moon was like one of my first real animes that I really got into, and then I liked it even more because my family got into it, and I could share. It was like a show I could share with my sisters and my mother and all that. So I really, really enjoyed Sailor Moon, so it has a place in my heart. So, you know, anybody who's into a fandom, you know, you sometimes make your own characters, and, you know, sometimes, you know, people like to insert themselves into the story. Well, I had made myself a character, and I was Sailor Sun, because, you know, in the Sailor Moon mythos, there's never a Sailor Sun, and I was the only male Sailor Scout. I don't know why I shared that with you guys, but it's... I just wanted to bring that up because it made me think about it, because that's really close to Sailor Sun. Okay, moving on. I blushed and laughed self-consciously. Oh, I understand you, girl. I understand you. I know it's not really the coolest thing, but... I glanced at Mimi, who was looking at me doubtfully. Kakasu looked as if she was going through her databases, trying to find the history of the show. Oh, wow. Anime. Really? I mean, oh, wow. So you both like that kind of thing? She looked doubtfully at Jared. I suspected she wanted some kind of confirmation from him. If he thought it was okay, then it was okay. I relaxed, pleased to be off the hook.
No!
What? Me? No, of course not. He totally likes anime. Look at him, he's blushing. I stared at Jared in shock. He was very intentionally not looking at me. Yeah, man, I'm not about that weeby shit. People who like that kind of stuff are weird. Yeah, man, fuck the weeb shit. What the hell, Jared? Jeez, Hana, don't get mad at Jared. He was being honest about his opinion. Verified. We looked at Kakasu. I was unsure whether she was contributing to the conversation or whether she had finally finished adding Sailor Sun to her database. I would never watch shows like that, Jared. I love Flame of Bones. I watch it live even. If you want, we could watch it together sometime. Mimi, you fucking bitch. That is my man. You cannot touch him.
Oh.
Jared looked nervously from Mimi to me. That's okay. I think I'll pass. Very busy with school and everything. Oh, that's too bad. Fucking bitch. I grit my teeth, and the conversation continued without me, Jared getting more and more flowery as time passed. All the while I tried to console myself. This was just a small thing. It was just a few sentences. It was just a conversation. But at the same time, it wasn't. I was in my own way, asking for support. Jared didn't give it to me. No, he left me completely hanging. If someone asked him about D&D, would he have lied too? Or would he have stood up for himself? I would have stood up for him. So did he lie like this all the time? And would he always throw me under the bus when it came down to it? Finally, after what seemed an agonizing amount of time, Mimi and Kakasu left. Jared stood waving to them, even minutes after they went. Boy knew he done messed up. Boy done messed up. I waited patiently until he sat back down on the blanket. Class would be starting soon, but I was so upset I didn't even care. Jared clenched his fist in his lap.
Anna.
Why did you do that? Do what? I glared at him. Lie to them? Well, it's not as though I lied to them. I loved watching Phoenix Ball X as a kid. Dragon Ball Z, guys. You know, just tossing it out there. As a kid, I don't watch anime anymore. Because it's weeb shit?
Oh.
Look, that's not what I meant to say. Really? Then what did you mean to say? And why didn't you say it? You're being awful demanding right now, Hana.
What?
Uh-oh, trouble in paradise. You should calm down. I just said something wrong. It's not like I did anything wrong. You? It's not about what you said. It's what it meant that you said it. Wait, it was about what it meant that you said it. Okay. You said it was about what I said, and I didn't mean to say it, so... You still said it, though! Hana, calm down. You're being completely unreasonable. I shut my mouth, so livid I no longer had the capacity to express it physically. Instead, I felt eerily calm, except for the steady pounding of my heart. I'm done talking with you. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Things going down. I stood and grabbed my bag, heading for the classroom.
Hana?
Hana, really? I ignored him and kept walking. I wouldn't have been able to talk with him in that moment, even if I wanted to. Jared done fucked up. Jared done fucked up. I made it to class just before the bell rang and slung my backpack on its hook. Mai must have seen the look on my face because the cheery greeting she usually gave died on her lips at the sight of me. I sat there fuming for the entirety of class. My mind kept running over and over what he said. Why didn't I say anything back? Why I didn't get up and leave right then? And what if I really was overreacting? And more importantly, why was Jared like this? Was it even worth dating him? Damn. When I finally got home, I flung my backpack on the bed and I crouched before the mini fridge. What to eat? A small white package in the back of the fridge caught my eye. I grabbed and unwrapped it. Jared's cookie. I set in my hands a perfect replica of the cherry blossom. It looked as if it had the night I got it. Sugar crystals lining the edges of the petals, a small drop of chocolate in the center, except it was hard as a rock. I tried to bite into it, but hardly made a dent. That's a shame. I wanted to keep it. It was so pretty, but it was food, not a statue. Shrugging, I tossed it into the trash can under my desk. I felt a little bad. What could I do? The next morning crawled slowly by. I went through my normal morning routine, shower, brushing teeth, changing clothes, doing my hair, as Mai looked on. Are you feeling okay? Yes, I'm fine. It was the sixth time she asked since the incident, but I really just didn't want to talk about it. My seething anger had since died, and now that I could look at the situation in the relatively cold light of the new day, I didn't even know how I felt about what happened. I knew Jerry didn't want people seeing that other side of him, but I never thought he was the kind of person who would throw someone else under the bus. Especially someone he claimed to care about. That was what was really bothering me. Mai kept murmuring comforting platitudes about no one remembering things like this when they were on their deathbeds, but I wasn't worried about the embarrassment. The longer I dated Jared, the more I felt like I didn't know him at all. I catch glimpses of one Jared, but just when I thought I had him figured out, he'd do something to knock me completely off kilter. If I didn't know who he was, how could I say that I liked him? Or was it my duty as a girlfriend to accept all of him, even if he was being a jerk? I wanted to stay mad, I wanted to hold it against him, to make sure he wouldn't repeat something like that again. But I also wanted to make up with him, and to never see him again at the same time. How could that be? This is the relationships are for everyone? They're awful. Why does anyone date anybody ever? My heart jumped in my throat. I recognized that knock. Were you expecting someone? No. Mai stood watching me for a moment. I turned to my backpack and began shuffling through my papers, pretending to look for something. Finally, Mai answered the door. Hey, Mai, is Hana there? It's rather early, don't you think? It is, sorry. I just really wanted to talk to her about something. You'd better. Mai looked at me over her shoulder, a question in her face. Do you want me to tell him to shove off? I'll be there in a second. Could you wait outside while she finishes getting ready? Sure. Mai tiptoed over to me and leaned down to my ear. The doors were really thin and she clearly didn't want to be heard. What is he doing here? Don't ask me. Are you sure you want to go with him? He was a total asshat yesterday. I slipped my bag over my shoulder. I want to at least hear him out. I think. Okay. Well, I'll see you in a little bit anyways. You come tell me what happened afterwards, alright? Don't be afraid to kick his ass. He totally deserves it. I smiled weakly at her. Yes, ma'am. I closed the door behind me, not bothering to look at Jared. To be honest, I didn't know whether I was supposed to be mad or happy, so I figured it was best to put off that decision until he revealed what he came for, and my poker face was terrible.
Hana.
Do you want to walk to class together? I want to talk to you. I nodded, still avoiding his eyes. We headed down the hallway together. The few scattered girls who were running to and from the bathroom shot us wide-eyed looks. I didn't know whether they knew what happened yesterday, but regardless, it was an extreme rarity to see a boy in the hall period, let alone a boy first thing in the morning. Let alone Jared. We stepped out into the crisp morning air with happy sighs. It thankfully wasn't humid today. The sunlight poured onto the lawn, flickering slightly as clouds blew across its surface. There was a silence for a moment as we both wondered what to do next. Trees rustled in the distance. It almost sounded like a storm was coming.
Hana.
I'm so sorry. Startled, I finally looked at him. His face was pained, almost like he wanted to cry. I'm the worst type of person there is. I can't tell you how much I regretted what I said right after I said it. I wish I did something different. And then, when you left, I was too ashamed to go see you and apologize. But you deserve an apology. Not that it makes up for what I did, but I'm just... He heaved a sigh. Before me, the confident and assured Jared crumpled like a bag of potato chips. I'm really bad at making friends and dating, I guess. I don't want people to get too close. I want to be perfect for you, for everyone, but I'm not perfect, and I know that. I know it's unreasonable that doesn't stop me from wanting it. I'm terrified that if someone finds out that I'm not perfect, they'll just give up on me. It sounds really stupid. It sounds like something I should just be able to get over, because it doesn't even make logical sense. I've got people who care about me. I've got people who know that I'm not everything I appear to be, and they're still with me. But still, when it comes right down to it, even with someone I care about like you, He stopped and stared down at his shoes. I'm sorry. He ran a hand through his hair and laughed. That didn't even make any sense, did it? No, it did. I didn't know what to say. It was kind of a hard thing to process. This Jared was being stupid, just pointing out that his thinking was incorrect wasn't going to help him. And he did do something completely out of line with me. Was I supposed to forgive him, or was I supposed to continue being angry and to stand up for myself? Which was the right decision? I wanted to forgive him, but I didn't want to be a doormat. Well, I'm gonna forgive him. I mean, you gotta give him a chance. Otherwise relationships don't go nowhere. But if I just continue pestering him, it's just gonna make it awful. So I'm gonna go with my gut here, and I'm gonna forgive him. It's okay, at least I understand. We all make mistakes sometimes, and we're not perfect. I shot him a grin, and he offered a weak smile in return. But regardless of what other people think, I like you for who you are. I think before we started dating, I had this image of you that wasn't complete. It was a facade. But now I feel like I know you better. To be honest, that makes me really happy. I know you don't want people to find out these things about you, but the D&D, the card games, these are the things that I really like about you. Way more than your perfect image. I like the way you are. I wish I could see more of that. You don't ever have to be afraid of being yourself with me.
Hana.
In one swift movement, I was swept into a hug.
Jared.
Thank you, Hana. Jared, people are going to see. He released me and took a step back. Right, you don't like PDA, sorry. What is PDA? I'm sorry, it bothers me. I don't know what PDA stands for. Personal distance admiration, public display affection, public displays of affection. Is that what that means? Public displays of affection. Is that what that is? Someone tell me. Someone tell me, because I don't know. And I want to know what the freak is PDA, because I think a personal digital assistant. The little device. That's what I'm thinking of. Alright. Just gonna get over it. Gonna move on. I didn't mind this time. I stared down at my fidgeting hands. Jared was glowing with happiness. Come on, let's get you to class. He dropped me off at the classroom and waved goodbye. Once inside, mine nearly ran me over. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, everything should be fine now. He apologized to me and seemed to really regret it. Mine nodded, but still looked somewhat put off. Is something wrong? No, I mean, he apologized after all. But the odd look remained on her face as we headed to our seats. Tell me what's up, Mai. Don't lie.
Well...
Okay, don't get mad at me, alright? I tend to look at people's actions to see what kind of people they are. That Jared did this to you right off the bat, right after you started dating, it worries me. I don't think he's a bad guy, but still, he did throw you under the bus. I'm just saying. But if he really doesn't do it again, there's nothing to worry about. People can make mistakes. What's important is that he follows through on his words. Yeah. After our conversation, I trusted Jared. I thought he would follow through, even if Mai didn't. Mai was really a stickler when it came to guys and relationships, wasn't she? As the rest of the class filtered in, I watched Mai gazing out the window. One question pounded through my head. Why? I was studying at my desk one afternoon when Mai and PBG came bursting in through the door.
Hana!
I have a surprise! PG shut the door behind them and Mai lowered her voice. Hana, we snuck some beer into the school. Want to drink with us? I looked up from work and finally noticed that she and PG had tiny brown cans in their hands. It looked like something that came from a vending machine. In Japan, it was fairly easy to come across alcohol if you really wanted it, and most people looked the other way at underage drinking so long as you didn't cause a fuss. That being said, I never had anything to drink before, and I didn't think Asagao would be so lax about it. There was a stipulation in my scholarship that said, were I to be caught consuming alcohol, my scholarship would be given up. If that happened, there was absolutely no way I could keep going here, even with my father spending almost all of his money on me. It would be reckless and selfish for me to do that, even if I wanted to. No, that's okay. Okay, but you don't mind if we do, right? My old friends like to drink, so you can go ahead. I'm used to it. As probably could have been expected, my tolerance was already quite high. Being so experienced, neither drank enough to have too much of an effect. Instead, they played board games just slightly louder than usual. Ugh. You took my monsters out of Tokyo! Yeah, I did, because he's dead now! Just slightly. As Jared's fashion show grew closer, he became more and more antsy. We were already rocky enough as it was. Although he had apologized, I still felt hurt. I was trying to convince myself he hadn't meant it, or that he learned from it, but my suspicions were ingrained in my head. Maybe he was the most important person to himself after all. They did say attractive people were more self-centered. But I felt bad for these thoughts. After all, he was my boyfriend. I should support him. No, wait, I should support him because I cared about him, right?
Hey, what's up?
You okay, Hana? You look kind of bummed. Oh, no, I'm fine. Sorry. Mai stared at me, obviously not believing me. Instead, I turned my attention to the conversation in front of us. Only a few weeks left, so we have to make sure to utilize that time wisely. That's plenty of time. I think you're taking this a little too seriously. Yuck! If we don't practice, Hidden Block will end up winning. Do you want that? The group cast a glance across the cafeteria. The Hidden Block Club were competing to see who could most effectively balance their tray on a chopstick. All except for Ian, who was watching with a tiny smile on his face.
Well...
An extra practice period couldn't hurt. They agreed to have an extra practice at some point in the near future. I finished my spaghetti, mom's spaghetti, absolutely positive that at some point it would never come. I headed back to Poppy Hall with Mai grilling me about what was wrong. I was about to cave and expel all my doubts when a piercing scream hit the air.
Ah!
No! Mai and I turned. Birds are scattering off in the distance from the direction of the field. Did you hear that? Ow. Ow, I just, twisted my freaking wrist just now. Should we go look? Should we go look? Yes, we should go look! We ran to the field with everything in our bodies, passing other students who evidently had the same idea. But when we got to the field, we found it completely empty. No dead bodies, no raging fire, no alien robots taking over. Lame. Agreed. It's Walid. Hey, Walid. How you doing, buddy? Walid eventually ran here with everybody else, and he was glaring across the field. But I swear there was noise from here. All these people didn't hallucinate and scream at the same time.
Well...
Unless you want to stay and search and risk being late for class. No, I can't afford a tardy, or they'll remove me from the next volleyball match.
What?
You should get going then. Mike checked the time and gasped. Shit! Hana, I'm going ahead of you! She sprinted off down the way, minor clouds of dust in her wake, while it turned to me. I'm heading off too. Coming this way? Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna say the other thing. That seems silly. Sure. We set off down the way together. Walid cleared his throat nervously. So, Hana, I heard you're dating Jared. Is Walid my enemy? My match for the, the thing. The thingamabobber. The thing at the very end of the route. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I flushed immediately. This was not something I wanted to talk about. Yeah. He'd been practicing a lot for the tournament. The tournament? I guess so? What was Jared doing for the tournament again? Hadn't he told me once? He was completely directly against someone in the hidden block on some kind of physical skill, right? Something Jared would be good at. Something Jared wouldn't mind showing off with. Dancing! Dancing, right. That's his specialization. A sudden thought occurred to me. Walid, what's your event this year? Walid didn't answer. Instead, a sly smile crept across his face. I stopped in my tracks. You're trying to milk me for answers. Was it obvious? You jerk. Gosh, get out of here. Sorry. He trotted off down the path while I fumed behind him, trying to remember what I said. I didn't give Jared away, did I? Should I have said he wasn't practicing? Would Wally practice more now? Man, get going, Hana. I sighed. Psst. Psst. Hana. Who? A hand tugged at the back of my collar and I was pulled into the bushes. What? A hand wrapped itself over my mouth. Someone whispered to me. Please be quiet. I can't let anyone see me like this. That voice sounded familiar. I ceased my struggling. When Walid was out of sight, I was released. I turned and found, damn, Jared, you got fucked up. I think you got stung by some bees as that was going on. Damn, look at that. Ugh. Jared? Hana, it's awful. My face, my beautiful face. I should never have bothered to come here in the first place. What happened? Are you allergic or something? Bees happen, Hana. Bees! Not the bees! Bees is a pro Jared thing, guys. If you don't know, you should go watch some pro Jared videos. Those demon bugs sought after me, their valiant nemesis. I, the peace-loving Jared, wanted only some pretty flowers to brighten my sorrowful maiden's day. He held up a small bundle of pink flowers. I gently took them. But now my face, it's swollen. Oh, I can't even bear to look at it. The fashion show's tomorrow. How am I supposed to go like this? I've been preparing for it all year.
Jared.
I'm so sorry. I felt guilty, even though it technically wasn't my fault. If he hadn't been up here gathering flowers for me, he wouldn't have gotten stung. It was still partially my fault, wasn't it? What are you going to do now? I can't go out like this. I can't, Hana. That's it. I'm ruined. He threw his hand up in the air and then collapsed in a heap on the ground. I'll be a laughingstock. Are you crying? Don't look at me. I wish there was something I could do to help. Wait! He shot up again, a finger raised triumphantly into the air.
All right.
There is something you can do. Take my place in the show.
What?
You're perfect.
Take my place in the show, Hana. I know you can do it. You're so beautiful. You'd be perfect. I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner. Jared, I'm not a model. I know, but you could be. There was no way that was true. Absolutely no way. Do you not think you're beautiful? Not really.
What?
But could you look in the mirror and not see? He put a finger into his lumpy chin, stroking it thoughtfully. Is this what being a woman is like? I wanted to say no, rather I think it's what's being born normal is like. Damn. Damn. You're thinking some shit there, damn, Hana. Damn. But you'll help me, won't you, Hana? I paused, conflict shredding in my stomach. Modeling in the fashion show sounded like the absolute antithesis of anything I ever wanted to do. Putting myself in the spotlight for people to critique my body, my face, and my hair? Even if Jared sincerely thought I was beautiful, I doubt anyone else would. But I looked at Jared's distraught, sincere, bloated face. He was truly upset. I could help him like this. Even if I didn't want to do it, at least for Jared.
Well,
I guess I could try it. Hana! He grabbed my hands in his and held them up to his face, kissing them repeatedly. Oh, Hana, my savior, my flower! How did I ever become worthy of such an angel? There it was again, that weird, grandiose talk. Yeah, great. Go to the theater now early tomorrow. Everything will be fine. I'll be right in the front row supporting you. Don't worry. Oh, and Hana. Yes? Really, truly, thank you. I can't really explain it well, but I'm glad you could see me like this.
Jared.
You should get to class, or you'll be late. Right. I'll be going then. Be safe. I waved and dashed across the field, hoping I would make it in time. I didn't. Miss Shizuka berated me in front of the entire class, but to be honest, I was so nervous about what would just happen that it hardly touched me. I was going to be in a fashion show in front of the entire school, in front of everybody? Why did it matter so much to Jared? Did he really care, or was he trying to save his image? I wasn't the type to do this kind of thing. I really wasn't. But I would just have to deal and go through with it. I accepted it after all, and I wanted to help Jared. Even if I personally thought everything he did to save his image was stupid, it still mattered to him. He was in genuine distress. If this made him feel better, then even if I was terrified. There was no way. No way, just no way. What was I going to do? Alright. That's a good place to end this episode, guys. Yeah. Before I fall asleep here, tell me what you thought. Did you actually enjoy my sleep deprivation talk? Don't expect more like this, because I do be a little more awake in the future. And if you didn't like my sleepiness talk, I apologize, and I'll be better next episode. So, excuse me. So this is Firemac saying bye-bye. See you next time.